I was looking for a challenge as an actor, and this role gave me that.
Explore the dark side of a character too much in our films.
I want to grow, I want to be better, and I genuinely really enjoy my time on set. I enjoy my work.
Of course, emotionally, when you're performing something very high on emotions. Hi, I'm Rajkummar Rao.
And I'm Manushi Chhillar.
And you're watching IWMBuzz.
हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू IWMBuzz. दिस इज कोमल विश्वकर्मा और आज हमारे साथ हैं कास्ट ऑफ मालिक, राजकुमार राव एंड मानुषी चिल्लर. मालिक, मालकिन, नमस्ते.
Namaste.
The trailer looks intense and gripping.
Thank you.
Rajkumar, this is the first time you're playing a baddie from Pookie. How different or difficult was it for you to step into the dark zone?
It was different for sure. It was difficult also. But more than that, it was very exciting for me as an actor to do something absolutely different from whatever I've been doing for last couple of years. So yeah, it was thrilling because you don't get to explore the dark side of a character too much in our films, and it's very because there's no boundary. When you play a darker character, when you play somebody who's in a way is also an anti-hero, antagonist, and the protagonist, whatever. There's no boundary to it. Yeah. It's your playground. You can do what you want, what you feel like. Yeah, so that's very, very liberating.
Okay. Manushi, your character is very raw and de-glam. I'm sure आपको बहुत लोगों ने अब तक बोल दिया होगा ये चीज़. But it is powerful also. What made you say yes to this role personally?
I wanted to do this role simply because I was looking for a challenge as an actor, and this role gave me that. I'm not, and I told myself, I said I'm not doing films just for the sake of doing films, but because I want to grow, I want to be better, and I genuinely really enjoy my time on set. I enjoy my work. So I think I'm at a very early stage in my career where I want to grow, I want to learn, I want to be better. So this was the kind of role, and there are very few such roles that are written for women, which kind of make you go into a very real world, and I had the opportunity with this film.
Okay. You both have worked your way up with hard work and patience. Do you feel proud of yourself on how far you've come?
To be honest, no, I don't sit back and think like that. I am surely not ashamed of myself. That would I would say. But I think I'm proud of one thing, that I'm still very much in love with my work, my art form, how it was since day one. So that is something I'm very proud of. That I know I would never feel lazy about my work. For me, this is my everything. You know, people know me because of this. People know me that I'm an actor. So I never want to feel lazy even for a second about my work. So that is something I'm extremely proud of. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't really look back, but now that you've said it, there has been a certain growth that I've seen in my life, but honestly, I enjoy it. I enjoy working on myself. I enjoy working towards a certain goal, and I like my life. I genuinely love my life, the good and the not so good, everything about it. So I guess I'm just enjoying. I wouldn't say there's a lot of pride. There's a certain amount of confidence when you know that you've built something for yourself, and you're making an effort in a certain direction. There's a certain amount of assurance that you give yourself, and it gives you a certain level of confidence. So that confidence I do feel, but that just makes me happy. I don't think too much about it, because I think when you kind of have goals, and when you've done things for yourself, then you're constantly thinking about what next, and that's where probably my mind space would be.
So there's no satisfaction yet.
I would say it's very I wouldn't say I'm satisfied. I'd say I'm content.
Okay.
I don't put the pressure on feeling less or feeling like, but I am ambitious, and I'm not satisfied, because I'm really young to be satisfied in life.
True.
I have many more decades to do many more things, but that doesn't mean that I'm frustrated and I'm not happy about where I am right now.
Okay. The film explores trust, control, tough choices. In real life, are you someone who likes to take charge or just goes with the flow with the life?
It totally depends on where we are and what the circumstances are. Yeah, and the situation we are in. If it's a film set and there's a lot of chaos and not many people are agreeing on one single thing, then I would love to take charge and get everybody together on the same boat.
Okay.
So then let's do this one. Let's follow this path. But apart from that, no, I listen to everyone. I'm a team player that way. Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Depends on the situation. Sometimes you need to take charge and you need to be the decision maker. But if you have faith in the people around you and if you know that there are a lot of competent people who can do it better than you, then you will want to go with the flow. You want to trust in what their experience or their expertise is. So it depends on the situation. It keeps switching.
There are intense scenes, action, killing. Even though it is just a film, but does it leave an impact on you mentally or emotionally?
No, because we also know that it's a film, and we are performing a scene, and once it's over, it's over. You're done with your work.
Okay.
Yeah,
The very fact we're shooting it makes it very unreal for us. So we pretty much.
Of course, the make believe is there, that you make people believe that it's very real. That's the whole point. But yeah, consciously we know that it's there are fake bullets there. It's a fake blood, and so we don't. It doesn't take a toll on us. Yeah. Of course, emotionally, when you're performing something very high on emotions, then it gets to you. Sometimes you feel like very tired mentally, and you just can't do anything that day, and just want to go back and sleep, and come back fresh the next day. That's the only thing that happens. Yeah.
But is it easy for you to snap out of a character?
Once it's over, yeah. Once it's over, then it takes maybe a couple of days. Not every film. Very few films where you're absolutely deep inside the psyche of the character.
Okay. What was your first impression of each other, and how did it change by the end of the film?
Of course, I know her because of her Miss World pageant.
Yes.
Because I saw her once for the first time in Delhi. I was in some hotel and there was some event, and I saw her walking out. At that time, she had her crown on her head, and the first thought I had was, "Wow, ये इनको पूरा एक साल पहन के रखना पड़ता है." That was the first question, and I asked her also that. ये rule है क्या? जहाँ भी आप जाओ, you have to wear it.
That time I literally just won. It was a homecoming.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the first time I saw her, and I, of course, because she's from Haryana, when I read the news that Manushi has won the Miss World, and there were of course a lot of articles about her, and she's from Haryana, and I felt extremely proud, and with that pride only I told so many of my friends and Patra Lekha, कि see Haryana की लड़की हमारी Miss World बनी है. Yeah.
Okay.
And then of course we met on set and during look tests and workshops and reading. And she's very open, she's very sweet, very a big sport, lot of passion to learn and to grow as an actor, which is a great quality. Every actor should have that, and she's done a great job in the film.
Lastly, when it comes to watching films, आप लोग films तो काफी बनाते हो, मजा भी आता है देखने में. But when it comes to watching film personally, what kind of genre you enjoy personally?
Depends on the mood, to be honest. There's nothing one particular genre I would say. As an actor, I prefer watching dramas a lot. Like for example, Godfather or Revolutionary Road. Wolf of Wall Street is something again I enjoy a lot. So it depends on the mood. If I'm in a mood to watch something funny and light-hearted, then I would watch Friends. So it totally depends on the mood. There are days where you feel like, let's watch something horror. So yeah.
Again, same. It depends on. I keep having phases, but definitely one. I do not enjoy horror as much.
Okay.
And so I think that apart from that, funnily, off late I was obsessing over the Jurassic Park, and I was going through all these theories, and I was rewatching the Jurassic Park 3 films and then the Jurassic World films, and then I started getting nightmares of being chased by a T-Rex. So I stopped genuinely 2 nights in a row, so I stopped. But it's a phase, like you keep having phase. Sometimes you want to watch something mindless. and because you don't have the time to really focus on something, and then sometimes you want to watch something that inspires you in a certain way. So it really depends.
I'm sorry, actually the first impression thing I missed on you. Ki, what was your impression on Rajkummar?
Oh, okay.
Actually, my conversation में इतना flow हो गई.
I'm sure he knows.
Yeah.
My first impression of Raj was, in fact, so my sister was in college, and she and my brother-in-law were, at that time they were dating, and they had gone to watch a movie together, and they went for Shahid.
Oh,
And I
wow.
remember them telling me, this guy is a really good actor. But when I first met Raj at an event in Gurgaon, we were launching the Haryana film policy
Yeah.
at that time, and then I got to know him over the course of shoot while we were shooting for Maalik. But what my first impression of him was that he was always very quiet, reserved, but very polite. Quite sweet. I'd seen his work, so I mean, I don't even have to say that. I always knew him to be a very good actor and a great performer, and his comedy. I mean, I absolutely loved him. I always tell him I loved him in Bareilly Ki Barfi when the whole badass Babua sequence happens. I think. I really registered him, and that's been ingrained in my head. Apart from all the other wonderful work that he's done, so my first impression was, of course, that this really good actor, sincere, dedicated, very, like I said, reserved and very polite.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for this lovely conversation. I wish you all the very best
Thanks
for
so much.
Maalik.
Thank you.
Thank you.